In the hot desert of the Middle East, a group of young Australian soldiers has arrived to prepare for their rotation in a war zone. They're preparing for a rocket attack, one of the many weapons used to target Aussie soldiers.
Wongy, how's you doing?
Still unconscious.
The temperature climbs into the mid-50s, but kitted up and heavily armed, the soldiers are practicing life-saving techniques. Every Australian who leaves for Afghanistan passes through the ADF base at Al Minhad, outside of Dubai. It's the last stop before war, and even this reporter was taught to be prepared for anything, including explosive devices, even weapons. But it's not just the Army. In the air, teams of Air Force pilots perform a massive logistics exercise using C-17s and the pilot's favourite, the C-130 Hercules.
Not even a paved strip. We can lower the tyres and take it off-road and literally land it on gravel dirt strips.
Sky News was in the cockpit as the Hercules lifted off from Al Minhad, destined for the multinational base at Tarankot. This was no normal flight. As we approach Afghanistan, everyone on board puts on their bulletproof vests, but as we draw closer to Tarankot, the pilot puts the plane into a steep descent, their flight path top secret.
We adjust the way we fly the C-130 and the profiles that we take in order to minimise those particular threats.
I feel pretty comfortable with the systems that we have and also the training that we've received, that we'd if there is a threat, that we'd be able to react to it.
After a tense and bumpy few minutes, we arrive safely. The troops pick up their weapons and bags. For them, this is home for the final 6 months. The troops who arrived here in Uruzgan province today join hundreds of other Australians at the Tarankot multinational base. The base is in the process of being dismantled, and by the end of this year it's due to be handed over to the Afghan National Army. But the ANA are nowhere near as experienced as the Australian troops, but they don't need to be. Their opponents are the Taliban, and the Taliban today is so much different from the Taliban that the Australian forces first met more than a decade ago. Ahron Young, Sky News at Tarankot in Afghanistan.